CBT for anxiety is or is it not the right fit for you? I am hoping that by the end of this video, you will be able to come to that conclusion yourself. Before I begin, I will introduce myself. My name is Alan. I am the founder of Macanta Psychotherapy. I provide counselling and psychotherapy here in Dublin 12 and also online across Ireland. You can learn more about my services in the description of this video. Anxiety and CBT. Not only do I find CBT quite effective for anxiety management, but I also find it quite interesting, the different interventions, the cognitive interventions, the behavioural interventions, but also the framework as well. Now, before I get into the CBT framework, we first explain what anxiety is. Now, anxiety is quite complex. So to simplify, we could say that anxiety is a physical response to the perception or anticipation of danger. So if your brain perceives something in your immediate environment to be dangerous, it's going to trigger a physical response to help you fight off or flee away from the perceived danger. So your heart rate speeds up, your muscles get tightened because you have to fight or you have to run. Digestive processes begin to slow down because why should your body direct blood flow to your digestive system when it is in danger, and should be directing that blood flow to your muscles, so you begin to feel butterflies, so on and so forth. So anxiety is a protective mechanism. It's there to help you get away from dangerous situations or to prevent dangerous situations from arising in the future. So it also deals with anticipation of danger, so danger that may or may not come about in the near or the distant future. Again, anxiety is quite complex, but that's a simplified way of looking at it. Now, when we look at the CBT model, there's three separate components. The components are not separate, but they are interlinked and they influence each other. So we have thoughts, we then have feelings, and then we then have behaviours. Your thoughts influence how you feel, how you think and feel influences how you act, and how you act can also influence how you think and you feel. So you can get yourself into a little cycle. For example, if you think about something that could be potentially dangerous, it may trigger the emotions of fear or of anxiety, which in turn influences your behavior. So you become a little bit avoidant. And as a result of becoming a little bit avoidant, you reinforce the thoughts, right? There is something to be wary of here, which in turn continues to fuel the feelings of anxiety. So you can get yourself into a little cycle. But it is not just a one-way street. So while your thoughts can influence your feelings and your behaviours can also influence how you feel and how you think. So let's say if you're thinking and feeling anxious and you had planned on going to the gym today or meeting up with friends, but because you're thinking and feeling anxious, you're contemplating avoiding going to the gym or meeting up with friends. If you change how you behave, if in spite of how you're thinking and feeling, you move in the direction that you planned on moving in, let's say you go to the gym or you go out on a walk, even though your mind and your mood is telling you not to, as a result of changing your behaviours, that in turn can influence how you feel and influence it in a positive manner. So you begin to feel a little less stressed, a little less anxious, and as a result of feeling less stressed and less anxious, that in turn then has a positive influence on how you think. So you begin to think a little bit calmer, a little less anxiously. So that's CBT in a nutshell. It helps you intervene on a cognitive level, so challenging, reframing specific thoughts, and also on a behavioural level in order to help you manage emotions that are distressing. So anxiety, fear, depression, so on and so forth. So there you have it. I hope this video has been informative and has given you an idea as to whether or not CBT might be the right fit for you if you are struggling with anxiety.